A multimillionaire banker saved from bankruptcy by a roadside mechanic he once humiliated. If you're just tuning into this channel for the first time, please subscribe to our channel and give this video a thumbs up. Also, share with your friends and family. It means the world to us. Oga, your car get wahala. No drive am today. Mr. Emeka Okafor stopped dead in his tracks. He had just stepped out of his mansion in Banana Island, adjusting his Rolex watch, briefcase in hand. But now, standing beside his brand new Range Rover was Chidi, the mechanic from the roadside shop he had passed every morning for 3 years. Chidi was covered in engine oil, his overalls torn at the knee, hands black with grease, but his eyes were serious. What nonsense are you talking about? Emeka snapped. How did you even get in here? Security! Chidi didn't move. Oga, I beg you. This car, e go kill you today. I see am for vision. Emeka stared at him in disbelief. This was the same mechanic he had humiliated 2 months ago when his car broke down. The same man he had called local and bush when he had offered to help for free. The same person he had driven away from while he was still talking. Get out before I call the police, Emeka said coldly. But Chidi knelt down right there on the marble driveway. Oga, I no fit leave. God show me say if you enter this motor today, you no go see tomorrow. Just then, heels clicked on the marble. Adaora, his wife, appeared in a silk robe, her face already painted with expensive makeup. Emeka, what's going on? She asked, her voice sharp with irritation. This madman broke into our compound, Emeka replied, pointing at Chidi. Adaora looked down at the kneeling mechanic with disgust. Security! Where is security? Chidi looked up at both of them. Madam, I no mad. Na vision I get. This your husband. If him drive this motor today, accidents go happen for Third Mainland Bridge. Big truck go jam am. The motor go catch fire. Emeka laughed bitterly. You see? Mental case. But something in Chidi's voice, something honest and desperate, made him pause. There was no stuttering, no begging for money, no hidden agenda, just fear, real fear. Adaora folded her arms. Emeka, you're already late for the board meeting. The merger signing is today. Billions are at stake. Emeka nodded. She was right. Today was the biggest day of his career. Atlantic Bank was merging with Continental Financial. He was about to become the youngest managing director of the largest financial institution in West Africa. Nothing could go wrong. He looked at Chidi one more time. Move away from my car. But as Emeka reached for the door handle, his phone buzzed. Unknown number. Don't answer it, Adaora said quickly. Too late, he had already picked up. Emeka Okafor. The voice was calm, professional. Yes, who is this? Detective Inspector Adeleke, EFCC. We need to see you immediately. There are some irregularities in your account that require urgent clarification. Emeka's blood went cold. What irregularities? We'll discuss that when you come in. How soon can you be at our Ikoyi office? Emeka looked at Chidi, still kneeling, still watching him with those serious eyes. I will call you back, Emeka said, ending the call. His hands were shaking now. The merger, the board meeting, everything was falling apart. Chidi stood up slowly. Oga, the vision no be just about accidents. I see say people wey you trust, dem don plan something wicked for you. Today na the day everything go scatter. But if you listen to me, God go save you. Emeka stared at him. How could this roadside mechanic know about EFCC? How could he know about anything? What exactly did you see? Emeka asked quietly. Chidi's voice was steady. I see you for handcuff. I see bank papers scatter for ground. I see your wife pack bag leave house. But I also see say if you no drive today, if you stay house, everything go change. Adara stepped forward angrily. Emeka, don't listen to this lunatic. You have responsibilities. But Emeka was remembering something. 2 months ago, when his car broke down on Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, Chidi had appeared from nowhere, fixed the problem in 10 minutes, refused payment. Emeka had driven off without even saying thank you, muttering about these local people. Now, this same man had somehow entered his secured estate, risking arrest just to warn him. Emeka slowly removed his hand from the car door. I am not going anywhere today, he said. Adara's mouth dropped open. You are not what? I said I am not going out. Because of this? This roadside mechanic? Emeka looked at Chidi, then at his wife. For the first time in years, he was choosing to listen instead of command. Go inside, he told Chidi. Let's talk. What Emeka didn't know was that his entire life had been built on lies. And today, those lies were about to be exposed. Emeka Okafor hadn't always been rich. 20 years ago, he was Emeka from Aba, son of a palm wine tapper who hawked pure water after school to pay for his education. He had clawed his way up from nothing, worked 3 jobs to put himself through university, slept in friends' parlors when he couldn't afford rent. But somewhere along the line, success had changed him. The boy who once shared his last meal with hungry classmates became the man who looked down on roadside mechanics. The youth who once begged for opportunities became the banker who crushed small businesses with impossible loan terms. Atlantic Bank, where he had worked for 15 years, was his kingdom. He had risen from entry-level analyst to executive director through pure brilliance and ruthless ambition. He understood money like others understood breathing. He could spot profitable investments from miles away and made the bank millions. But he had also made enemies. Today's merger with Continental Financial wasn't just about growth. It was about power. With the 2 banks combined, Emeka would control over 40% of Nigeria's banking assets. He would be untouchable. Or so he thought. What he didn't know was that 3 people closest to him had been planning his destruction for over 2 years. In the living room, Chidi sat on the edge of the leather sofa, looking uncomfortable but determined. Emeka paced back and forth, his phone buzzing non-stop with calls from the office. Start talking, Emeka said. How do you know about EFCC? Chidi was quiet for a moment. Oga, I no be ordinary mechanic. Emeka stopped pacing. My real name na Chidinma Oku. I get master's degree for mechanical engineering from University of Lagos. I also get certificate for forensic accounting. Emeka stared at him. 3 years ago, my father lose him house because of loan from your bank. The interest rate e too much. When him no fit pay, una sell him property. My father die of heart attack 2 weeks later. Emeka's chest tightened. I been vex for you. I been plan revenge. So I open mechanic shop for area where you dey pass every morning. I been dey watch you, studying your movement, trying to find way to destroy you. But something changed, Chidi continued. Last month, God give me dream. I see say you no be the real enemy. Na the people wey close to you wan kill you. After I help you, my father go finally rest in peace. Emeka sat down heavily. What people? Your wife, your deputy, and your business partner for the merger. The room went silent, except for the humming of the air conditioner. That's impossible, Emeka whispered. Chidi reached into his overall pocket and brought out a small recording device. Yesterday night, I parked my car outside Continental Financial Office. I hear them talk for phone. He pressed play. Adaura's voice came through clearly. Everything is set. The EFCC documents are ready. Once they arrest him this morning, you transfer all the merger funds to the Cayman account. By the time anyone realizes what happened, we'll be in Dubai. Another voice, male. And you are sure the timing is perfect? Positive. Samuel has already signed the authorization code. Once Emeka is in custody, I become the next of kin for all the accounts. The bank will be ours. Emeka recognized the male voice. It was Richard Bankole, CEO of Continental Financial, his supposed partner in the merger. The recording continued. What about the evidence against him? Samuel planted it perfectly. Fake transactions going back 3 years. Money laundering, tax evasion, everything. The EFCC file is airtight. Samuel, his deputy, his protege, the young man he had trained, promoted, trusted with everything. Emeka's hands were shaking. There is more, Chidi said quietly. He played another recording. This time, it was Samuel's voice. The accident has to look real. Once EFCC calls him, he will panic and drive fast. That's when the truck hits him on 3rd Mainland Bridge. No witnesses, no investigation, just a tragic accident after a stressful morning. Richard's voice. And if he survives, he won't. I've seen the truck driver's record. When he hits something, it stays hit. Emeka stood up so fast, the chair fell backward. My wife is part of this? Chidi nodded sadly. Oga, she been plan this with them for 2 years. The merger, na trap. They won't use am steal your money and kill you same day. Emeka's phone rang again. EFCC. This time, he answered. Mr. Okafor, we are waiting for you. I'm sending my lawyer, Emeka said calmly. I won't be coming in today. Sir, this is not optional. Then get a warrant. He hung up and looked at Chidi. What else did you see in your vision? I see say you go lose everything today, but you go gain something better. I see say God won't use this situation, clean your life, remove all the fake people, give you fresh start. Just then, Adaura walked into the living room, fully dressed. Emeka, what's going on? The office has been calling me. You missed the merger signing. Emeka studied her face. Still beautiful, still composed, still lying. Where are you going? He asked. To the salon, then shopping. You know how I am. Actually, Emeka said slowly, I know exactly how you are. Something in his voice made her freeze. Meaning? Instead of answering, Emeka played the recording. Adaura's face went white, then red, then completely blank. Emeka, I can explain. Don't, he said quietly. Just don't. She looked from him to Chidi, back to him. How long have you known? Long enough. Adaura's composure finally cracked. You were never home. Always working. Always traveling. Always choosing money over me. What did you expect? I expected loyalty, Emeka said. I expected the woman I married not to plan my murder. It wasn't supposed to be murder, just just removal from the picture. Emeka laughed bitterly. Oh, so the truck accident was what? A gentle nudge? Adara said nothing. Pack your things, Emeka said. Leave today. And go where? With what money? That's not my problem anymore. She stared at him for a long moment, then walked toward the stairs. You will regret this, she called back. Without me, you are nothing but a bush boy from Aba who got lucky. After she left, Emeka sat in silence with Chidi. What happens now? Emeka asked. Now you call your lawyer. You call central bank governor. You expose everything before they expose you. You take control of the story. And you? What do you want from all this? Chidi smiled for the first time. I want you to remember where you come from. I want you to help other people the way somebody once helped you. Emeka looked at this man, this brilliant engineer disguised as a roadside mechanic who had saved his life and asked for nothing in return. Why didn't you just let them destroy me? After what my bank did to your father? Because, Chidi said, standing up, revenge no dey solve anything, but redemption. Redemption dey change everything. 3 hours later, EFCC officers arrested Samuel at his office, Richard at the Continental Financial Headquarters, and Adara at Murtala Mohammed Airport, trying to board a flight to Dubai with 2 suitcases full of cash. The fake evidence against Emeka unraveled quickly once the authorities had the real conspirators. The major funds were recovered. The bank was saved. But Emeka's life changed completely. He stepped down as executive director and started a microfinance institution focused on helping small businesses. The same people he once ignored became his priority. Market women, roadside mechanics, small-scale farmers, they all got access to fair loans with reasonable interest rates. And Chidi, he became Emeka's business partner and closest friend. Together, they built something bigger than a bank. They built hope. 6 months later, at the grand opening of their first community center in Aba, Emeka stood at the podium looking at the crowd of people whose lives had been changed. In the front row sat an elderly woman whose palm wine business had been revived with their loan. Beside her, a young man whose roadside generator repair shop had expanded into 3 locations. Behind them, dozens of other small entrepreneurs who now had a chance. Emeka smiled, remembering the boy who once hawked pure water in this same street. Sometimes, he said into the microphone, God uses the people we overlook to save us from the people we trust the most. Sometimes, the roadside mechanic has more wisdom than the boardroom executive. And sometimes, losing everything is the only way to find what truly matters. In the back of the crowd, Chidi smiled and nodded. The mission was complete, but this was only the beginning. Thank you for watching. Sometimes, the people we dismiss hold the keys to our salvation. See you in our next story. Until I bring another intriguing story your way. Bye for now.